Alright, I'm going to do a little dock walk here in Frankfort. Get a feel for what this marina is like. There's 3 marinas in Frankfort. The municipal marina is down there, down all the way at the end of the lake, Betsy Lake, and then right next to it is Jacobson's, which you can't really see. And then this marina here is Harbor Lights, and that is where the Hallelujah sits. So I'm going to start at one end of the dock and just see what's here. A couple of sea rays here. Sedan Bridge. Looks like a 50, 58. Got a pretty big anchor on the front, nice and polished. I'm gonna have to do that to my anchor. Looks dirty compared to that one. And we have a carver, a little older carver here. 32 footer. Looks like it could use a little TLC. A little paint. The end of that dock, you got a fishing boat of some kind. A lot of tiaras around here. Tiaras are made in Michigan. I don't think that's a tiara, but you'll see some here later in the footage. Next to Hallelujah, we got something here. I don't really know what it is. I've never seen it before. Looks kind of like a sailboat that got cut down and made into a motor vessel. Take a walk down the dock here since I can go down this one. Since Hallelujah's parked at this. It's called, it's a 50, looks like a 53 footer. A lot of teak. Hodgdon 59. I don't know, I think it was a sailboat at one time. You can see some of the rigging winches there, the windlasses. Of course, we got Hallelujah here. I'm going to do a walkthrough of this boat by itself later in the week. But we have a nice, interesting boat next to us. Straight ahead, we got a sailboat. Not sure how they got it in there. It's pretty tight. I talked to this guy earlier today. He's a firefighter from Illinois. He retired a couple years ago. He's got a sailboat now, and he's doing a whole bunch of different things. Going up and down the coast of Lake Michigan. And then, you know, if you're a trawler guy or at least a semi-planing hull type trawler, this is a Fleming. I think it's a 55 footer. Tony Fleming is one of the renowned architects of his time. These boats are very expensive. I want to say, I think that's an 89, and in its day that boat was probably over $2 million, probably $5 or $6 million boat today if you were to buy that same boat new. Little John boat down here. Somebody's doing the Great Loop in something like this right now, trying to break the world record, 6,000 miles in 19 days. I don't think I'd want to do that, but somebody does. I'll look at the Fleming. As we go down the dock a little bit farther, we're going to get into a little bit of smaller stuff here. Chaparral. Like day boats. People come here and take them out. You can see a couple of fishing boats there. We got fishing poles all over the place. And another sea ray here. I think that's that fishing boat right there is a Tiara. I want to walk down that dock, but it looks like it has a Tierra design on it. Yeah, actually, they're both Tierras. You can see the Tierra logo on that one. I don't know what this one is until I look at it. Can't tell. There's an old steel tugboat of some kind. People buy those after they're done in their commercial life and turn them into something to live on, just floating condos. Another Sea Ray Sundancer, sailboat behind it. Another Sea Ray Sundancer. Both of these are a 26 and a 33. Definitely boats you can sleep on. Sailboat. Couple guys working on their sailboat, rigging maybe. It's an interesting boat right there. 7 spot, they call it. Alright, as we coming across the other side of the docks here. Fishing boat. Now this is a place in the marina I'm not a big fan of. You can see all the vegetation that washes in here. They're trying to keep it out with a pump there, but I don't think I'd want that spot. There's an old Chris Craft. Chris Crafts in their day were very good boats, and they sort of lost their luster after they were sold out. The family name sold out, and they really aren't the same anymore. That's probably in the 1980s vintage there, and still when they were made well. And these days, Chris Craft doesn't have the same draw as it used to. But something you can definitely sleep on. It's like 35 foot. MSU fan too. Man, I don't know. I might have to pull the plug on that one. Tierra. Very, very well made boat there. Mostly for fishing though. I don't know what that is there. Maybe a formula. Yep, looks like a formula. Kind of see in the badging down there says formula. Every once in a while you run across something unique. Not quite sure what the brand is. Sort of a pseudo tugboat. 175 horse Evinrude on the back. I think they make Evinrude anymore. The company went out of business. Another Tierra fishing boat. See the logo there, Tierra. You can tell these guys are serious when they got about 30 poles sticking out. The Dasher. And another little fishing boat, kind of small. Not sure what it is, but got a bunch of poles. Don't know the brand of this one. Or that one. That one looks like an old Wellcraft, maybe. Another Tierra right here. See that? Very nice Tierra. Another Tierra here. Guys are fishing. Every morning they're somewhere. Another Tierra here. And we get into the Sailboats again. It's my cousin's boat. 1987 Bertram 33 footer. That's where I started my boating life in the Great Lakes about 6 years ago. Got a lot of experience on this boat here. Got a nice fly bridge. Bertram can take just about any wave you throw at it in the Great Lakes. Good fishing boat. I don't know what that is. Can't tell. Nice boat. Here's a tugboat of some kind. An outboard motor. Yamaha 250. Tugabout. You know, they're pretty hardy hull designs, but I don't know about taking it out on a windy day like today in Lake Michigan. Alright, we're getting kind of the end of the dock here. Got a whole bunch of sailboats here. Some Tierras, Sea Ray. Another Tierra there. I've seen this boat for a few years. This guy bought it a few years ago. We were talking to him about fishing. A whole lot of motor money right there. Another fishing boat, Pursuit. I think Pursuit and Tierra are very similar boats. There's a couple of Pursuits in the docks here. Very nice sailboat here. Tell these people definitely take care of their stuff. Nice chrome anchor. Maxwell windlass like I have. A little bit smaller though. You can see the bright work on that teak. Very well done. Another sailboat. Wouldn't have the first clue how to do this. Sailing. This is a new boat, new kind of design. Came out just a few years ago. Not sure what the name of it is. I can see it, but I can't read it. But these are sleek, fast boats, but they're made to handle chop out there in the Great Lakes. I'm going to say that boat right there is a couple $1 million. Another sailboat there. Kind of scan the docks from afar there. You got a nice overall look here. And then the final boat we're going to look at here, Great Big Hatteras. This boat's been here a few years now. It's from Dallas. That's got to be over 100 feet. Hatteras makes a great boat. Been around a long time. This kind of boat, you commercial, take it out commercial, make some money. So you don't see too many boats like this, especially in a smaller marina like this. But, you know, I can only imagine what the fuel costs are on that, but they don't care about that. All right. That's a Wednesday dock walk here at Harbor Lights Marina.